What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update and third stimulus package update as the bill is in the Senate. And we're waiting for them to finalize the bill and then have go back to the House, which they will vote on pretty much immediately, and then send it to the president. I'm going to give you the latest details as well as the changes that have been made within the last few hours, as well as when to expect everything going forward. Remember, in this package is $1,400 stimulus checks for adults, $1,400 stimulus checks for children, $1,400 stimulus checks for adult dependents and college student dependents. Although the income limitations have been changed to now over $80,000 will not receive a check for a single filer individual, and double that for a couple, 160. Under $75,000 will receive the full stimulus check of $1,400, along with also the child earned income tax credits that are $3,000 to $3,600 for the parents of, well, for the children, but it goes to the parents and will be paid out in monthly increments starting a few months from now, $250 to $300 per month per child for 1 year. And I actually have some very good news, new news on that, so stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates on the third stimulus check package, as well as the next stimulus package coming after this, known as the Build Back Better package, as well as what will probably be happening right after the dust settles of this third stimulus check package passing. Student loan forgiveness, President Biden said that he is willing to do at least $10,000. There is brand new wording in the third stimulus check package bill, the one they're passing right now, that says that when they forgive student loan forgiveness in the next 5 years, that you won't even have to claim that as income on your tax return. So the way that would normally work, they're like setting this up for the future. The way this would normally work is if you give it something forgiven in this way, say $20,000 of student loan forgiveness, you would actually have to pay taxes on that. So maybe a couple $1,000s in taxes on $20,000 of income, because they forgive it, it actually counts as income. But they actually put a provision in this bill that will make it so it will not even be counted as income back towards you. So not only will it be student loans forgiven, but also you won't have to pay any taxes on the forgiven money, which is kind of a double sweetener. So we're going to see a lot of news right after they pass this bill on student loan forgiveness, possible the $200 per month Social Security increase, possible the minimum wage bill, which has now been taken out of the third stimulus check package bill, and they will likely be trying to pass that as a standalone bill, although they will probably not be able to do that at $15 an hour. They're probably going to have to do that around $10 an hour, which is what the Republican counter proposal is for, from Republican Senators Mitt Romney and Tom Cotton, because they will need 60 votes to pass that. And, well, frankly, there's not enough votes to pass it at $15 an hour. So we're going to see all those different things coming out, as well as when they pass the third stimulus check package, there will also be mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance. There's over $30 billion of that in the third stimulus check package, as well as $350 billion going to states and cities and counties across the United States. All states will be getting billions of dollars, and they have a new provision in the bill that actually makes them have to spend more of that money on you guys, the residents of the states and cities. So we'll be seeing more of packages like this on the state level, such as California's brand new $600 stimulus check for low-income Californians that was passed and signed into law by California Governor Newsom. And also the state of Maryland, which just passed $300 and $500 stimulus checks to certain residents in Maryland. We will see a lot more of these statewide and county-wide programs coming from this kind of bucket of money, the $350 billion that's going out to states and cities from the third stimulus check package. So that will be another kind of round of money that you guys could be eligible for, as well as mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance on the state and local county level. And when that comes up, I will be teaching you guys how to claim it, what's available, when it comes out, all these different kind of buckets of money that are in the second stimulus check package, the third stimulus check package. There's still $7,000 for families who had a passing, someone passed away from the virus to cover funeral expenses. There's up to $7,000 of the second stimulus check package becoming available. There's all these different programs that I'll be helping you guys with, along with the student loan forgiveness, the Social Security increase, and more. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer tweets to the Senate clerks, "Thank you for reading the American Rescue Plan all day today." This was yesterday. He says Republican Senator Ron Johnson wanted to make sure Americans heard again just how popular and just how bold the American Rescue Plan is from the floor of the United States Senate. Now, of course, you probably know Ron Johnson has come under a lot of criticism for not only making them read the 600 and some page bill on the floor and spend hours and hours doing it, but also apparently having dozens and dozens of amendments that he and other Republican colleagues are going to just bring up just to try to delay the bill as much as possible, even though he's gathering criticism from his own Republican senators, his own colleagues, saying, what's the point of doing this? Here is Ron Johnson at work.
I ask consent to dispense with the reading.
Is there an objection?
Madam President,
Senator from Wisconsin.
reserving the right to object.
Is he allowed?
One thing that one.
Is there an objection?
I object.
The objection is heard. The clerk will continue the reading.
As the American Rescue Act of 2021, Section 2, Table of Contents. The table of contents for this act is as follows. Section.
So, yeah, it is what it is, right? They're honestly not going to be able to delay this for long. They could have the final vote today. Let's go over the latest changes that have been made to the bill so you're kind of aware of these things. Because honestly, there's been changes happening almost every single day, by the hour. First up, they have changed the income requirements. So 75,000 and below for an individual will get the full stimulus check of $1,400 and your children or dependents. Up to $80,000, will you get a reduced check, and after $80,000, no check anymore. So a lot of Democrats are unhappy about this. They say that they say things like, well, former President Donald Trump was able to send out checks to people earning up to $100,000, and now we're only able to send out checks to only people earning up to $80,000. Double that for a couple as well. So, yeah, apparently there's going to be up to 15 million people who are going to be cut out of this new change, and well, I don't even know what to say. Most Americans will still be getting the full amount under the bill. The median household income was $68,703 in 2019, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. The Tax Policy Center says that roughly 8 million fewer households will get a check under the Senate bill compared to what the House passed. I've seen other estimates that said 12 million and then 3 million for children. So it's probably somewhere between 8 and 15 million people in total. The $15 an hour minimum wage has been removed from the bill. It is no longer in there at this point. Anything can change until they actually get it signed by the or passed by the Senate with the final vote, which will likely be 51-50 when it's all said and done. That's actually what we've seen happen yesterday in a preliminary vote where they sent it on to the next stage of debates, which they're doing right now on the Senate floor and were doing last night also. When they pass this finally, the minimum wage will probably not be in there. It's not in there at this point with the current draft of the bill. And again, I'm not really expecting them to draft any more bills. They're going through the debates and then they're going to go to the voting process. And, the amendment process, which is kind of part of the debates and stuff in there. So really, the $15 an hour minimum wage is not in there, and it does not have much hope at this point. If you're a fan of the minimum wage, or if you're not a fan of the minimum wage, either way, there's not much hope for it to be in there at this point. We'll probably see a standalone bill proposed and possibly brought up for a vote immediately after, or I mean, there's going to have to be a little bit of negotiation on the minimum wage because they're going to need 60 votes to pass it because they can't pass it through a reconciliation bill. The Senate parliamentarian has already ruled that. So they're going to need 60 votes to pass a minimum wage bill. Now, I think most people agree that the minimum wage is overdue for at least some kind of raise. Question is, should it be like $10 or $11 or should it be $15? $10 or $11 is still a 50% or more increase, and that is what the Republican senators have proposed, Republicans Mitt Romney and Tom Cotton. I think that that's probably where they will get the deal done after this. After this bill settles, they'll be taking up these other bills, minimum wage, student loan forgiveness, possible Social Security increase, and the Build Back Better package, which is the next stimulus package. And there's going to be all sorts of kind of push and shove for that. We already have support from a lot of big name senators and U.S. House of Representatives pushing to have not only just another stimulus check in the next stimulus package known as the Build Back Better package, which is expected to be larger, actually between $2 and $3 trillion, because they'll be spending a lot of money on infrastructure, but also to have monthly recurring stimulus checks and also an automatic triggers for unemployment money going forward. So basically, if the economy remains down, probably based on unemployment or on GDP growth or whatever they pick, that stimulus checks and also unemployment checks can just be automatically sent out based on an automatic trigger of the economy. However, a lot of Democrats, especially, are unhappy that the minimum wage bill did not make it to the finish line, at least at this point, in the third stimulus check package. However, they have vowed that it will happen at some point.
The fight for 15 is one that many of us have been involved in for a few years. And just because this may not survive the Senate right now doesn't mean that that fight is anywhere near over. So we will continue to use whatever legislative options are available to us. It is wildly popular among the American people in a bipartisan, nonpartisan way. Democrats, Republicans, independents, and the rest support raising the minimum wage. I come to this with experience. When Steny and Mr. Clyburn and I raised the minimum wage in 2006. We won in 2006. We passed it in 2007. In the first 100 hours, not days, hours of that new majority that we had. We passed it, $7.25 an hour. It hadn't been raised in 11 years. And now it's been a long time since it has been raised, and we are determined to get the job done for the American people. This pathetic minimum wage, $7.25 all these years later, is really a gift to underwrite those who will not, who are exploiting their workers in many respects. Some people just can't afford, businesses just can't afford to pay the full $15, and we want to help them. But by and large, people are getting food stamps, they're getting Medicaid, they're getting housing assistance and the rest because their employers are not paying a decent wage. So again, for the taxpayer, to save money from all of those expenditures, for the workers so that they can put food on the table when they work full time, and for the businesses, especially the small businesses that need help in meeting that goal, we will be passing minimum wage. And the White House was right out there with it very early. We have no complaint about what they have done.
However, we still have the stimulus checks, the child stimulus checks of $3,000 to $3,600. We have the $30 billion for mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, utility assistance. We have the paid sick leave in there, which is up to $1,400 per week if you have to come off of work because of COVID. We also have the $400 per week unemployment extension, which will kick in mid-March, is currently in this package. We have the money for states and cities, $350 billion, which some of that money will come back to you guys, again, in the mortgage, utility, and rental assistance, as well as state stimulus checks and county stimulus checks. We've seen all these different states and counties do this in the past, and some even coming more in the future. We'll see a lot more coming in the future when they get this $350 billion, especially with that new provision that they have to spend a lot of that money, more of that money on you guys, the actual people, which is very good news. Also, there's a new change in the bill just in the last like 24 hours that people who lose their job can stay on Cobra health insurance. I think it's up to 18 months and actually get the complete health premium coverage paid for by the government through this stimulus package. So if you lose your job, basically from the pandemic, you can get health insurance for 12 to 18 months afterwards completely for free and not have to pay any premiums. And if you've ever had to pay those health insurance premiums, you know that they are super expensive. I mean, hundreds, maybe even $1,000 per month. We pay over $1,000 a month for just me, my wife, and my son. But that's because we run our own businesses. We don't have like an employer that pays us or anything like that. So health insurance is super, super expensive. Nonetheless, we will possibly be having voting today in the Senate. I will keep you updated if they can get the final vote on this bill. Make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. Click the bell icon to all notifications once you subscribe to get a notification when we go live with new videos, which is 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will keep you updated. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. And me and my wife sell products on Amazon. So click on one of those videos to watch them next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.